telling you your social media can generate some shite, like, and what I seem to be seeing a lot of recurring is like your influencers are just people trying to influence your social media celebrities or whatever. I just feel things need to be regressed a wee bit here. They need to be brought down a peg or two. Sort of icons on these kind of platforms, they just exacerbate things because they're just displaying things that are unrealistic for everybody, and probably even themselves, to be honest with you. You've got to remember, these people don't know you personally, don't know your situations, your circumstances. So really they're not giving a shit, man. It's just, especially during these sort of trying times for everybody, they're just feeding off that. They're trying to spread what they think seems to be a positive message. I mean, you've got a lot of people trying to pressure into striving for success, whether that be financial success, occupational success, your fitness, whatever that is, and it's just so unrealistic, man. Like, what, everybody strive for 6 figures and you should be out running 20 miles a day. It's a fucking pair of whitbits these guys are needing, man. Fucking mad, man. And that's it, because I certainly don't need some madman telling me what a 2-bob reprobate I am. Do you know what I mean? Be proud of your 1-bedroom flat in Kilburnie and take it for a guy that's sitting in his kitchen in Craigie about to bestow words of wisdom upon you. Nah, but seriously, things need to be brought down a bit. And they need to be digested for people in everyday life, and that's including myself, like just your normal average people, because that's what most of us are, and we need to accept the fact that we're just going to have normal things in life and we're going to fail, and do you know what I mean? That's fine, I'm alright with that. And I'm not in here absolutely slating social media, because it does have its purposes. In the right hands it can be a useful tool, but in the wrong hands it's fucking dangerous. And I think people just need to take the time themselves to sort of, you just need to self-reflect. Somebody shouldn't have to tell you what you need to do and how you're going to strive to succeed in life by taking fucking half-hour long cold showers in the morning. Get the fuck, man, it's like -9. Just need to take a breather and work on your self-worth. Whether it's your communication, you need to be more open and honest with things. I think these things are so much more important for self-development than anything else. These are things that sort of change behaviours and characteristics of people, how you're going to have better relationships, whether that's even learning to just let go of certain things that have happened. There's no point in dwelling on things, because through experience I've just, all that brings is harm to yourself and the people that are closest to you. So honestly, it's not worth it. Finding new interests is one too, or rekindling old interests. You shouldn't be defined by one thing that you do in your life. And do you know what I mean? I love like my fitness and stuff, my health, but that doesn't define me. If you're defined by one thing, and if that one thing is a gym, for example, and you get injured and you can't train, what are you going to do? I think it's vital for everybody to have some sort of other interests, whether that be, you know what I mean, anything, music, just read a book, fucking write a book, and use music. I love drumming, I love like videography, I love photography. I've got other interests that I'm fine if I had to stop doing one thing. I've got other things that can take its place. And if there's one thing I've learned for the past as well, is doing anything in excess is bad. I mean, whether you even think that's healthy, there's going to be repercussions somewhere down the line, and that usually comes in the form of your mental health. Not just your mental health, but your loved ones. I mean, if you take things in excessive measures, be prepared to piss the more important things up against the wall, and that being time with family and friends. They obviously get in the video here. Coffee? Coffee? No? Yeah. I know people chant to same old mantra that balance is key, but it's going to vary from person to person. But obviously it's just sort of, as I said before, it's having other interests in place. It's like backup measures. No doing anything in excess. Do you know what I mean? Don't get addicted to something in particular. The way I look at it is, I mean, we're all just borrowed energy, aren't we? So you might as well invest that in something worthwhile. And for me personally, that's spending time with family as much as I can during these times. If you're going to be influential and be a role model for the people in your household. Do you know what I mean? No for strangers, no for their benefit. And I said it's not to dishearten you, to make you think that you're not capable of doing something good. It's just, you need to be realistic with a lot of things. Then you're going to sustain things better. So if anything, I just strive for contentment. I just want to be present here for my family. And I think that's what everybody needs to do. For me, contentment is success. It's sustainable. And I think that's really where true happiness is, because the more you strive for things, the more time that you're taking, or the more you strive for materialistic things, the more time you're taking away from really the important things in life. It's not just about choosing what makes you happy, it's also, I mean, choosing the pain you can tolerate as well, isn't it? Obviously the way I'm speaking about happiness is meaning the longevity of it. So it's not just one term, is it? It's made up of other emotions that's going to happen to you, or things are going to happen to you, or events, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, emotions are just weather, you know what I mean? They come and go. But it's how you perceive it, do you know what I mean? It's how you react or act to certain situations. And whether you like it or not, no matter what you do in life, things are going to happen to you. So, whether that be good or bad, but how you cope with it and developing coping mechanisms for that. And the support that you have for the loved ones that are around you. These social media influencers or influencers in general, just take what they say with a pinch of salt, because it's just so, it's unrealistic, it's not really sustainable for most people, for the majority of people. So don't let somebody make you feel like fucking shit because you're not sitting with like a massive income and loads of shitty materialistic things. Nobody's taking these candid photos of you, I mean, on holiday and stuff like that, do you know what I mean? With inspirational quotes and stuff. To be totally truthful, the more you feel you need to display things or put your life on display, I don't think you're happy at all. The more content you are, the less you need to show. And I think that's very true, and it's very true in my personal circumstances. And I think if that wee dog doesn't stop barking, I'm going to end his life. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I came to these realisations on my own or without the help or the aid of other people, but what I'm saying is choose wisely who you receive the help from. The more you try and fix yourself or develop things within yourself, the better you project these things. So, because even myself, I find that if I go into certain platforms, even YouTube, Instagram, and I look at these things, and they can make you feel shitty. It can make you feel really shitty because you feel that you've not succeeded in certain things, that you should have these things, or people have been presented with opportunities that you feel that you probably deserve more. But see, really, it's just trivial shit, man. So when you're feeling like that, I think regressing from social media is a good thing. The less you see things, the less you care.